I've tried to clean things off my arms. Eye stuff stays around a little bit longer than other things, apparently. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you a little bit bedraggled. I apologise. I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago. I've got about 40 minutes before I've got to start work, but I'm just working from home today. So I'm going to stay like this. And I'm sure none of you care. Today we're tackling eyes. It's a kind of smaller group. I've decided we're going to do eyes and palettes separately because it's not like I've got quite a few palettes, but it's not like I've got tons and tons and tons of palettes, but I really want to allow myself the space to like swatch, and I don't want to have to cut things out and make it kind of a little bit more of a palatable side, you know? So let's see what we've got in this drawer. Pre-declutter, I did organise everything that I could find that felt like eyes into one space, and I think this is pretty reasonable. Like, I don't get really excited about like eyeliners, brow stuff. There was a moment that I had with glitter, which you'll see, but that's been through a couple of declutters. So I feel like this might be the area where I feel like I want to keep stuff because it's not a huge section to begin with, but we'll see. Let's start with mascaras because, well, mascaras is, this is mascaras and brows. I was trying to separate things out. Let me just get the mascaras out. Well, turns out I had absolutely loads of brow stuff in here, and this is all the mascara stuff. Apart from I've got one more, here it is, which is almost dried up. This needs to be replaced. So, I've got, I think I have another one that I was using the other day. You know, the Volume Million. I was kind of pulling things out to test. And I will say, I really, really liked that mascara. It was my favourite for a really long time. But that, and when I do find it, is going in the declutter pile because it flaked all over me, which was so annoying. Anyway, so I've got, let's start with these. Oldies but goodies, and these are going to go in the makeup graveyard. This combination together was my favourite mascara duo for maybe years. Like, if you watch anything where I was doing my makeup, this is what I did. I didn't used to curl my lashes. I used to use this, the best primer of all time, which was just like it was like a white primer, but it was basically, to me, this was like a thinner formula version of the Lash Sensational. Not because I have, again, maybe I think I've got stuff elsewhere in the house. Maybe there'll be like a follow-up with. And these are the remnants that I found in handbags and boxes and drawers. But I definitely had the new Skyscraper one of these, and I didn't like it at all. This is just the best. I don't know why they discontinued it, because it's the best. And the new one is not the same. Whether it's because of the brush or the formula is different, I don't know, but it's not the same. And then this, again, amazing. Loved it so much. I actually borrowed one of these while we were on holiday of Ella's, and this flaked on me as well. And I would have told you 100% this was the best mascara I'd ever used in the drugstore, but this also flaked on me. So, unfortunate, will not be, obviously discontinued, will not be repurchasing. Shocker. But these are going in the makeup graveyard. I honestly think all of this is, to be honest. I've got a Lancome lash serum. This was sent to me. I used it once. And I honestly, it might be to blame. Can it be? I don't know. But I got the like perioral dermatitis or whatever it's called. You know, like where you get dryness around your eyes. And I used this once. And I've had that ever since. It comes and goes, but can that be something that like changed something permanently after one use? I don't know. But between that, it affected the skin around my eyes. And then I started reading, after I decided not to use this, I started reading about, this is reminding me, do you remember on Art Attack? And they had the thing where it's just hands. And the hands would be talking, but they weren't talking. It was just talking with the hands. So I read something, or I saw something, I can't remember, where someone was talking about how all of these lash serums, where, like, as they become so popular, like Grand Lash and stuff, have done something to the skin around the eyes, and it's like rapidly aging. I thought, oh my god, okay. Well, I'm glad that I never got into that, but I used this once and didn't like it, so that's definitely going in the trash. And also eye stuff, I just can't be passing this on to people. I've got a couple of like powder things that maybe could be disinfected and whatever, but I can't be passing on like things that have literally touched my eyes. L'Oreal Telescopic. I'm going to keep this as my alternate because I think it's always a good idea to have, I just found another one, a good idea to have a spare mascara. Like right now mine is kind of drying out. I do like the L'Oreal Telescopic, so I'll keep that. And then I've got the Lash Booster from Pixie, which I never was fond of. And the No. 7 Define and Enhance. I didn't hate this actually. Quite liked it, really feathery and natural. But again, smudged on me. It's just an issue, so that is gone. Oh, and then of course this, which I have this in my cart at the moment in multiple different places. I'm kind of just deciding where is the best place to purchase this from, like in terms of cash, in terms of like benefits and whatever. So I'm definitely going to buy this. This is the Lancome Lash Idol. So very aware of what I've worn. I feel like I'm like just giving you, I'm going to do this. This can be the background too. I feel like I'm just like, here are my boobs. Someone mentioned my boobs in a previous video and now I feel really conscious of it. Right, I'm gonna collect all the brow stuff. Moving on. Again, more brow stuff than I thought. This is gonna be easy. I've got a couple of clear brow gels in here that I know I never use. One from Rimmel, one from Pixie. That's gonna go in the bin. By which I mean the plastic bin. What else? I've got, oh, that's a Lacura tinted brow gel. That can go. I've got this Benefit Gimme Brow, that can go. There's nothing wrong with them. I have a brow gel that I'm quite enjoying at the moment, and I don't feel like I need more. I've got another Lacura tinted brow gel. They were just, you know, is what it is. And then this, which I was so disappointed with, and I'm going to trash. This is the NYX Brow Glue. My brows are not much of anything. Like they're very, very just thin. You can't really like sculpt them or anything. There's nothing really to be done with them. But this gave me a lot of hope. The Brow Glue did nothing at all. Absolutely rubbish. Similarly this, but I'm not getting rid of it because it was so expensive. The Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, because it does what it's supposed to do. It's a clear brow gel. I thought I was buying the Brow Freeze. So that's on me because I did misunderstand that situation. But it wasn't. It was just the clear brow gel. So I'm going to keep that. But I was disappointed. Speaking of Anastasia, I've got another product in here that I bought and like I've barely used, but I literally bought it like months ago. So I'm going to keep this. This is just that. And also I feel like this keeps for a long time. Just the brow pomade. I think I bought it in too dark of a colour, to be honest. And again, that's on me. But I do want to play around with that a little bit more. Oh, I have a brush in here. This brush I bought to, again, with a view to being like, I'm going to be able to sculpt my brows. I'm going to be able to use these products and like get like lamination style. I don't think it's ever going to work. I'm going to keep it because it's a tool. It's not a product. Maybe I'll use it for something else, but no. And same with soap brows. Tried the soap brow thing. My brows are not those brows. I can't even open this. It's like, ooh. I think it's like crystallized or something inside. Yeah, my brows do not do that. I would be interested in potentially having my brows laminated just to see, but my concern is I would probably have them like accidentally burned off and then I'd have no brows left. That would just totally be what would happen to me. Right, then I've got some brow pencils and I am tempted to keep all of these. I have actually got one other brow thing that's in my regular makeup stash at the moment. This is the one from Merit, which I showed this in a video and I did say this is a total swizz because if you look at this packaging, you think this is the lid and you think, oh, that's quite a lot of product. This is the lid. What a swizz. What an absolute swizz. However, I really like this. A lot of Merit stuff is way overpriced, but it does something different to everything else that I've tried. And it is usually that it's just a little bit more subtle. Like it's really easy to use, very quick and simple without ever feeling too heavy. They've definitely nailed the products. And I think that they are targeting an audience who have got more disposable income, less time, probably like yummy mummies, to be honest. And they feel like, well, they are selling at the price that they're selling at. I understand this business model entirely, and having tried more of the products, I get it. I do. It's too expensive, but I really do like this product. I might even go as far as to say I might repurchase it. Yeah, brow pencils, I'm going to keep all of them because I have such terrible brows that I can't be without one. I think this might be dead anyway. Oh, no, there's something in it. I'm always like scrambling because sometimes with these you don't know when they're going to end, so I'm going to keep them as emergencies. I've got the Brow Power from It Cosmetics, which is one of those. It's like this is probably the worst one. It's like a really dull rounded tip. Like who thought of this? Then this one is from Hourglass and this is like angled at least. I used to have one from Smashbox that I used to death. I used to bought it. Loved that. One that when I couldn't find a shade that worked for my white blonde hair, The taupe from Smashbox was amazing. This was like, I think I got this in like the next box, gift box. You know, the beauty box where you get like 5 for £15 or something. And it's a little mini Precisely My Brow from Benefit. And then these are ones that I actually do use on a regular basis. The NYX is my favourite. The Micro Brow, these are just tiny little pencils. And then the Sephora is a little bit warm. But these are my absolute favourites. These are the ones that I go back to again and again. These are my emergency brows. I mean, it's not like they take up a lot of real estate. I feel like I can keep those. Right, let me just check. Because there's going to be some overlap. Oh, hang on. What else? We've got also in here a Bourjois, I don't even remember this, Ultra Mascara. No, I don't. Oh, someone's ringing me. I don't like this. This is, I don't like this at all. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this because I don't like this. I think you could like twist this and give it more product or something. Weird. But I don't like the brush. So this is where things kind of get a little bit, what goes into what category. Because I've got, these are kind of single eyeshadows in some form, whether it be, and then I'm going to keep these. I've got one pair of lashes, I'm going to keep these. These are kind of single eyeshadows in some form, which is like either cream or stick or pot. I don't have a lot of singles. Then this is very specifically glitter. And I put this in the primers tray, but I'm keeping it because it's very specific for glitter. It's a mixing liquid. So you can use, this is something that, like, I bought this once, I'm never going to need to buy this again. The amount that I've used is tiny. You can kind of mix this with a powder or a, a pigment, when pigments were all the rage. And it becomes like, I don't know, fluid. It becomes like something that actually adheres to your skin and doesn't fall out. It's great. It's a really, really good thing. But this is quite large. I wish it was smaller. So let's get into glitter, because that's fun, isn't it? I've got a couple of things in here that I know for sure that I will keep. They are just the like packed in ones. This is a totally brand new one. I'm going to put this in the box. I know exactly who's going to get this because I've got one in the old packaging that I'm never going to get through. It's crazy to keep. Right, so these are kind of all of the... This is not loads. Oh, I thought I'd kept so many more than this. Have I? Have I got somewhere just like a stash of glitter? Maybe. I'll find out as we go. But this is... How can this be? Okay, I think this is pretty good. From previous declutters, I've done pretty well. So I've kept Urban Decay Space Cowboy, which to me is just like a... this is like an overlay. I'm gonna have to swatch these because they're so pretty. I have to get rid of the cushion. I'm like overheating. Look, it's just like, depending on how the light hits it, it almost looks wet. So pretty. And that's like the tiniest amount as well, like the very smallest amount. So that's 100% singing. Then I've got these two from Bobbi Brown. This is almost the same. Look at it on my finger. Like a pearl. Almost the same thing, but more. So this is like more metallic, whereas this is like a sparkle, like a topper. This is a full metallic. And again, it's kind of full metallic, but depending on the light, it's got that sparkle in it as well. Then this one might go because I never ever reach for this ever. I feel like it's definitely loose in the pan, so I'm gonna have to be careful with this. But again, this was a Bobbi Brown one. Look, it's like a duo, like a shift one, and this is the same. It's that like metallic, but it's got a shift. Oh, I have to keep that, don't I? Look at it. I think these are really reasonable to keep. Okay, so I don't do glitter very much. I don't do like, ooh, special. But you want a few special things. This is where we're going to have a problem with palettes. Then I've got this Chanel, which is also loose in the thing. It's called the Illusion d'Ombre in Illusoire. I would, in a heartbeat, purchase this again, which tells you already I will be definitely keeping this product. It's doing that thing again where it just refuses to focus on... It's looking for a face, I think. And that's this. Again, you can kind of see, if it focuses, that sparkle, which if the light hits it, And this is a cream, so this never has any fallout. This light, I mean, it's a very, very dark day and I've got 2 studio lights. You really need like proper bright lights next to it or sunlight to really do this justice, because this camera today, change the settings. Like, please focus in the middle of the camera, not on my face. Can we see a little better? Because I feel like the camera is just not doing this justice at all. We'll see when I come to edit, but these are all absolutely gorgeous, 100% keepers. Okay, then I've also got some liquid glitters. This is where it'll get maybe a little bit tricky. I don't think I need to keep these, but part of me feels like I do. These are Barry M holographic eyeshadow toppers. This is Supernova, and this is a liquid. So again, in theory, not going to not going to fall out. But I mean, the blue and purple, I'm just not going to ever wear these colours. I'm going to give these to my friend who is obsessed with glitter. She's going to love these. So they're metallic upon first look. And again, they've got a bit of a colour shift to them. But they have mega glitter. Okay, they're going in there. I've got these 3, which also may be donated to that same friend. More liquid glitter. From Pixie. This. You don't need me to swatch them all. But this one. It's full on just liquid glitter. Do you remember those ones that you could get from, was it Smashbox or Steeler? Steeler did them first that were like this. I don't need to keep these. I never wear glitter like this. And if I do, I really like those first ones that I swatched. They're kind of like more subtle. I have got some fun things in here. So I've got a couple of like, I've got a lash glue, but the lash glue is not for lashes. I think this must be from Benefit. This looks Benefit-y, doesn't it? It's actually for these little things. I'm keeping these because these are fun and like I'm never going to buy them again. Blue was a strange choice. It was, but I think maybe I got them from Disney. I can't remember why I bought them, but I bought these cute little things and I've got some lash glue to put them on with. I've also got some glow in the dark face paint. Same reason, keeping it. And then this in theory is Glitter Fix Gel. This is rubbish, but I'm going to put it in there because if somebody else wants it on them, I can like whack it on without feeling like I've glued something to the face. And then the last thing in here is Glam Crystals. Who remembers this? I bought this because Pixie Woo wore it in a video and she like had a really, really basic, not basic, but like very classic makeup look. And then she just had this as her eyeliner and she looked absolutely amazing. So I bought it. And again, blue is not my colour, but this is going in the makeup graveyard. Single eyeshadows. Let's go through these quick. I have another one of these as well because again I used it this week but I just can't lay my hands on it right now, and that's the whole point of this thing, is that I'm going to be able to find everything really easily in future. These are really nice. They are called what are they called? Mixed Media Matte Liquid Eyeshadow, and this will be metal liquid eyeshadow, presumably metallic. So I'll give you like a swatch of 2 of them. This is Melon, which I wear all the time. We're moving on to the arm now because we're running out of real estate elsewhere. They blend so nicely. I don't actually know if I need to keep the metallic ones because I never use them, but I really like the matte ones. Matte cream eyeshadow is quite difficult to find, and this is really good. Like metallic I think is easier to do, just generally. This is not a colour I would wear. This I love. I love. Let me just swatch the gold one and we'll see. Doesn't it just feel like the olden days? No, I'm gonna keep the gold one. I'll keep the gold one. I'm gonna get rid of the other one. That's not a huge win so far, but hey ho. I really do like these. These are very nice products and I've enjoyed using them. I've got some Colourpop products and do you know what? Before I even swatch them, I'm gonna get rid of them. They were never very good. I bought them because of YouTube. I just kind of got carried away. No, they were terrible. Does this go in the graveyard? Maybelline Colour 24. Is this still a thing that you can buy, the colour tattoos? Is it still a thing that you can buy? I don't know. Oh, it's definitely too dry to use now. I think I'm going to trash it, but I'm going to put it to the side to maybe go in the graveyard for now. You tell me. You tell me. Oh, I know I didn't like this. This is the Pixie version of that thing that I just showed you. The Pixie version of a whatever. And it's like a pearl. Oh, you can't even see that. You can't even see it now. It's there. It's absolutely rubbish. I don't understand this. I Lift Max liquid shadow. I get that maybe it's supposed to be like a brightening thing because it's like a pink and a pearl. No, it's not even nice at all. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Maybe it is nice and it's just not for me. Oh, I've kept this because I did really like it for a long time. But at this point, I would just be keeping it because it's kind of very blah colour. I would just be keeping this for like, what if I need to do a video and every product has to be less than a certain amount of money because this was from the Natural Collection. So that's going to go. Urban Decay Smog, I can tell you before I even open it. All-time favourite eyeshadow. I'll swatch it. I'll swatch it. Can we? Okay, there we go. It's the best. It's like a greenish bronze. Again, the lighting today is not on my side. It's so, oh, I nearly put that in the trash. It's so dark and rubbish at the moment that, like, for filming, it's just not conducive with stuff. I also just found this little mini Bobbi Brown smoky mascara, which is going in the trash. Let's talk about these. I was really excited about these when they first launched. The Glossier Lid Star is what they're called. I got Herb and Fawn, and I never wore either of them because I swatched them and was like, no, this is terrible. Let me see if I can find some space. I just thought they were rubbish, like really patchy and rubbish. And I really wanted to like them. In theory, okay. But even there, like, I know I've not blended it out yet, but like you can see how there's heaviness and there's lightness. Like, it's just patchy immediately. It just looked terrible. Do they still sell these? Because they're awful. I'm going to do a couple more and then we're getting into expensive territory. The e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. I know this was rubbish. I feel like it's loose in the packaging as well. In theory, this is right up my street. It's a lot like, I'm putting it in the trash, a lot like Smog from Urban Decay. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I know for a fact that this broke down on my skin like within minutes. It, like, before I'd even left the house, it looked terrible. So that's a no. I've got the Beauty Pie Wonder Colour Cream Shadow in Brazilianaire, which I thought was going to be a similar thing. Like, oh, I'm going to love this. Honestly, I can't remember why I didn't love this. Maybe it didn't blend well? It's patchy. That's what it is. I know I didn't like it. The crazy one, the really crazy expensive one that I purchased was the Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon in Amber Haze. Amber Haze for brown eyes, which I was like, yes, for brown eyes. And again, I put it on and I'm like, yes, this is beautiful. The sparkle is not that. The sparkle has come from somewhere else. And then I started blending it out and I just didn't like the way that it looked on my skin at all. Like, it loses all of its specialness once it's blended out. When you first swatch it, it's like, pow, metallic, amazing. Look at that colour. If it will focus, look at that colour. I was like, yeah, I love it. And then it gets blended out and then it's just kind of like muddy and what's the point? Besides which, it did not last. And then I've got these three from Bobbi Brown, which I think I probably decluttered down to these because I had quite a few that they'd sent me over the years. I think there's one of these I'm going to keep. So these are the like basic ones. They're Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks in Truffle and Bark. So Bark is the brown colour. I'm swatching these in the weirdest way now. I mean, maybe I could keep this as, I might keep this and just play around with it a little bit and see how well it blends, because it would be good if I wanted to do something a little bit dramatic to have effectively a massive eyeliner in a very deep colour, because that's a really creamy consistency. And then the other one is Truffle, which is this. I never use shades like that. I'm going to definitely put that down. And then Bark. Bark could be useful if I went on, like, in with a brush on this and use this instead of an eyeliner. I'm going to put this in with my eyeliners, actually. And I'm going to keep that. And then the other one is technically glitter. And again, it's a glitter that cannot fall because it's part of, it's like suspended within. And so I'm keeping this. And actually, this probably needs to go in with the glitters because I forgot that this existed. It's, again, the lighting is not doing it, but all of that metallicness has got little particles of glitter suspended in it. Beautiful. And this is called Rose Quartz. I think this must have been part of like a holiday collection, and it's like glittery. The packaging is not the same as the regular packaging. It's so pretty. I'm keeping this one. We've just got one last little tub to do, and it is eyeliner. And I feel like I'm going to be swift with this one as well. I think we can we can do it. I also have in here 2 primers, both of which I'm going to keep. I like them both. My favourite is the NYX HD Studio. It's just the best of the best. And then I've got the Hourglass Veil, which I've talked about this throughout this series, but Hourglass sent me some things years ago now. And I felt really guilty about how expensive they were and I didn't use them for the longest time because I didn't want to talk about them. I've since started kind of like playing around with them. A lot of them were disappointing. I really liked this, but I would never buy an eye primer from Hourglass. It's like no-show socks from Gucci. I've tried to clean things off my arms. Eye stuff stays around a little bit longer than other things, apparently. I'm looking at this collection of things in front of me now and thinking, actually, this might be possibly the hardest part because, I don't need to have multiple colours of things, but I do, again, eyeliners don't take up a lot of space. And I don't want to have to buy a blue eyeliner because I really want to try a blue eyeliner when I've already had 4. So I'm going to allow myself to keep like 1 of each colour of things, not including black and brown, of course. I've pulled out the things that are not just regular pencil eyeliners. First of all, the Highbrow Glow from Benefit. No, I don't need to be keeping that. I've got 4 types of liquid liner. Let me just see. Okay, this has got something in it still. I don't really like the felt tip, but hey ho. This is a Lancome Lash Idol one. I must have got this at some point that's sent me. The Roller Lash Liner from... Oh, holy moly! That like grey one is the Lancome. That's Benefit. Okay. I'll keep that one. These were my favourite. I loved them. The Tattoo Liner from Kat Von D, which is not even Kat Von D anymore. This is how old this is. These were my favourite because they were a brush. I think there might have been 2 versions of this, but they were a brush rather than a felt tip. And they were the best. Oh, do you know what? Oh no, the big one is definitely dried out, so that can go. But the little one has got some... Oh, it still is the best. Do they still make this? Because I think I would be tempted. I might play around with... It's just got so much, like, swish to it, you know? You can just move around and play with the brush so much better than the thing. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this because it's really got nothing left in it. So I'm just going to keep these 2. Whether I use them or not, time will tell. I don't really do liquid eyeliner anymore because my eyes are becoming more and more hooded by the day. But... the mems. Right. I'll start with the neutral colours because the ones that are like, I would actually wear these regularly. I had more of these than I thought I had because they've just been in a drawer, like not accessible to me, out of sight, out of mind. So I'm just going to be quick. I've got a Makeup Gallery one that I definitely bought for video. I don't ever use that. I've got, oh, there's a Fenty Beauty one here. And I know that was really weirdly dry and didn't blend. Nice as in theory it is, and also this is the lid. It just will not. Oh, it will stay. She lies. Then I've got the Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixie, which actually is really nice. It's currently got nothing in it. It needs to be sharpened, but it's not really a normal eye pencil. It's like a gel in a pencil. So I'm going to keep this for if ever I want, like, well, I'll give you, I have these 2 gels on the side. I'm going to get rid of both of these because they're pretty much dried up. But also, it's just a bit of a pain using them this way. If I want a gel, I will use the Pixie with a brush. I just go into the actual pencil with a brush. Then I've got the Clarins. I'm certain this is super old. I'm keeping it anyway. Intense Brown. I've used this for so many years. It's such a nice pencil. And then on the other side, it's got this, which I've never seen another. Is it just them? But I've never seen another pencil that's got like a little brush on the end. Legitimately useful brush. I would keep this for the brush way after the pencil. Then I have an Urban Decay Glide on N0, which obviously I have to keep because have to. And these, which are my most used. I've no idea how much is left in them because I've been using them for years at this point. And, okay. How? Oh, this is missing a piece. I was like, how are these different lengths? Because they all came in the same pack and they're not sharpenable. It's like, how does that work? This is missing like an end piece. These were in a set, Physicians Formula gel eyeliners, and it's like a matte, a shimmer, or a satin. Matte, shimmer, and satin, I think that's what it is. The satin is the best one, it's the creamiest, but I would just use whichever one I find. These are my absolute favourite eyeliners. If I was only going to keep these. I'd be happy, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep some more. I'm gonna keep some more. I've also diving into the less normal colours. I've got these, which I never use these ever. You know, like people use them for brightening. Oh, that's a really creamy pencil still. This was from H&M. Soft Kajal. And then this one is from Rimmel. Ooh, no, that's dry. Okay, well, that can be trashed. And I'll keep the H&M one because you just never know. You never know. I've got two which were kind of like on the fence of like neutrals. This is Oil Slick from Urban Decay, and I've got Rockstar from Urban Decay, which Oil Slick is like a shimmery black, like a glittery black, and Rockstar is kind of like a deep purple. These are technically neutrals. And then I have so much blue eyeliner, it's a little bit insane. That, just saying I can only keep one blue eyeliner is already going to massively reduce this. I'm going to keep this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I never ever use it, but I'm going to keep it because it's the kind of thing I might use for fancy dress. I think I originally bought it for fancy dress. I did one of those, like, you know, the cartoon characters, and I did like white dots all over my face. This was very popular back in the day as an eye primer underneath really bright coloured shadows because it made them pop underneath a white, or over the top of white rather. But I'm going to keep this just as a, like, I don't want to have to buy another white cream eye product. Mildew is like a greeny colour. These are all Urban Decay. Dark blue. Are we classing this in the blues? Dark blue. This is Binge. They all still are so good as well. I've had them for so long. And then, what is this one? Ransom, which is kind of like a purple. I can't swatch it because it's dead. It needs to be... Oh. And then the gold one. How can I possibly choose? How can I possibly choose the gold? I need to keep the gold one. Right. I'm going to keep one of the last three. I mean, Urban Decay is already the front runner, but I got this from Ciate. Oh, this isn't blue. I thought this was blue. Oh, I'm definitely not keeping this. Why would I want a coral eyeliner? Is this an eyeliner? It is! Oh my god, it's just going to make me look like I've got an illness. No! Okay, I'm getting rid of that. Well, like I said, it's just, we're down to two. The Urban Decay Electric, which, oh, it's a little bit dry. It's a little bit dry. It's got a little bit metallic to it. And then the Daniel Sandler Aqua Velvet. I just have a feeling that Daniel Sandler is going to be the winner in this. No, it's dry. It's dry! And the Urban Decay wins. That's the Urban Decay, and that is the Daniel Sandler, which needs to be trashed. Fell a little bit at the last there, but do you remember the big drawer? It's now been condensed to this one compartment of that big drawer, plus this, which is needlessly large. Again, one down. That felt like it was going to be a big one as well. It's just like a lot of stuff. I said this in the previous video, but it's like visually overwhelming. Even though something is like, you're just going through makeup and you could throwing things away. It's not a big deal. It looks like a lot. And so it's visually overwhelming. Just one more we've done. That's great. Okay, so I still need to do palettes. Is it just palettes and lips? It might be just palettes and lips. Wow. We didn't really get rid of tons of stuff this time. This is the box so far. And although I'm not finished yet, I do think that I'm kind of ready to organise my space in here a little bit and not feel like I'm just surrounded by clutter constantly. So this was a big win. This was a big win. A little bit more casual today, and now I need to log on for work. I just feel so warm. It's that, like, it's so humid at the moment. It's that, is it going to rain? Is it going to be a red hot day? I think we're about to have a heat wave. You know, I didn't feel like getting ready today. So apologies if my appearance offends you, but this is just what I look like. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!